once the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Primo really towers over Jim Londos, so he may have a very definite point proved in this match, that size makes no difference. It's leverage that counts. And anybody that knows Jim Londos knows that he is a real authority on leverage.
At this time, presenting, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest wrestlers ever to enter a ring, your old favorite, Ed Strangler Lewis. Ed, you look good. From Greece and known as the Golden Greek, weighing 202 pounds, wearing blue trunks, Jim Londos. Presenting a former world's heavyweight champion from XIII, Italy, weighed 263 pounds, wearing green trunks, Primo Carnera. And as your referee this evening, a former heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Baer.
All right, now you fellas know the rules and regulations. I don't want to have to break you up and pull you apart. I tell you to break clean. It's all 4 fingers, no 1 finger, no choking, no hair pulling, no kicking, no gouging. 10 seconds outside the ring here on the mat. 20 on the floor. Am I correct? On the ropes, I'll give you a 4 count. If I tell you to break, you don't break, I have to disqualify at the 4 count, right, sir? You fellas understand? You both wrestled for a long time.
No elbow hitting.
No elbow, no knee, or no heel. And a man's got a elbow or an arm on the floor, stomp it, that's permissible, right, sir? No gouging, right. All right, fine. Shake hands and come out and fight when the bell rings.
So settle ye back, and here we go. An interesting little highlight here. In this ring, you have 3 men. In this ring, you have 3 champions. Baer, a former champion, Jim Londos, former wrestling champion, and Primo Carnera, a former boxing heavyweight champion of the world. Notice your difference in size. Automatically you say, how can Londos handle a man as big as Carnera? Remember, size makes no difference. The young boy credits himself with a lot of power. So that he got all that power from drinking raw olive oil all through his youth. The boy brought up on a farm in Greece. Decided the farm life was not for him. Left his homeland. Joined a vaudeville act as a strong man. From there, went into wrestling. When he got to America, he had heard of Jack London, respected Jack London. He said, that's a good name, I'll take it. But London doesn't sound Greek, so he changed the N to an S, and so Jim Londos. There's a rear chancery by Carnera. There's an exhibition of leverage now by Londos. You notice Carnera couldn't use that hip roll on him. I don't have to tell you which one is Carnera and which is Londos. Again, that rear chancery by Primo Carnera. Watch the way Baer inches away when those boys try to pin him against the rope. He did it. Turned his back to Baer and put that little thumb in the eye. Thumb fun. Again. Because that would drive a crowd wild. A big, tall, powerful guy like Primo. Little Jim Londos, and then he has to use foul tactics. You may not believe it, but he finds it mighty tough to get Jim Londos off his feet. Notice where Jim puts those feet far apart. There's a counter move. Chin lock, but it didn't work. Maxie tell him, make sure he doesn't use those thumbs and don't use the fist. And Carnera says, I'm using the open hand. And actually using the open hand is all right. If he were using the open hand. Watch him. Does that look open to you? The eye may open up, but not the hand. Londos limbers up. Carnera getting upset. What do you want to do, run a race or do you want to wrestle? Again, rear chancery by Primo Carnera. There again is that exhibition of leverage, and Londos doesn't go over, and Londos doesn't go down. Instead, Carnera goes down. Carnera with a body scissor on Jim Londos. And a beautiful Boston crab. I've seen many a man say uncle on this and give up. Will Carnera give up on it? Yes, he does. The mighty might conquers the giant. Well, Carnera will get time to limber up now. That's a very, very painful hold.
The hold, a double leg backbreaker. The winner of the first fall, Jim Londos.
And so here's the second fall now. When you get to the knuckle, honey, stop. So Londos having taken the first fall, here we are in the second now. It's the best 2 out of 3. And here on the left, Londos way down below him. Maxie Baer circling around. Front chancery now by Carnera. Chancery and headlock, incidentally. It's exactly the same thing. Just a fancy name for it. Man wants it broken up. Carnera exerts the pressure. And the hold is broken. And a reprimand for Maxie Baer. What Maxie's telling him, no fists. So Carnera says, I used the heel of my hand. Made Londos give up nonetheless. So now the score has been evened up. Carnera took the second hold. Actually, Maxie Baer accepted the fact that Jim Londos gave up and gave the reprimand to Primo Carnera anyhow for this particular fall. He said, doesn't want to have trouble with him. Use that open hand. So it's evened away now. Carnera with 1. Londos took the first. This is the most important one of the 3 falls now. The man who takes it, he'll be the victor. And away he goes, Londos. Almost went off that apron.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Londos just got back in there in the nick of time. You know, he could be counted out if he stayed out there. Or if a man deliberately is inactive in the ring, the referee can start to count and count him out. Full Nelson by Primo Carnera. And look at the way Jim Londos ties himself up in a little ball and won't give Primo Carnera a chance to grab him. Carnera with that scissor hold again. Now remember, Jim Londos, in that first fall, turned Carnera around in a position like this and got that full Boston Crab on him, or the double leg backbreaker, whichever you want to call it. He may be able to do it again. Will he do it again? Let's watch and see. History may repeat itself here.
2 minutes to go.
He couldn't quite get him around. What I'd like to see at this point is a giant swing by little Jim Londos. Swinging the giant around by those ankles. He got him around. But not for long. This is a mighty tense moment here because this could be it. But nope, Jim gives up. Jim Londos on the right. Former wrestling champion. Primo Carnera on the left. Crowd shouting, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Well, maybe Jim will whittle Carnera down to his size.
1 minute to go.
Not much time left in this third fall. Again, he tries that hip roll, but Jim won't go over. Front chancery, back body drop. Londos works his way out.
30 seconds.
Time growing shorter and shorter now. If this goes to a draw, the match will be a draw. Or if it goes to the end of the time limit, there'll be a decision on this fall. And there's the bell.